Yo, what's going on, guys? GZTV back with another video. Mic check 1 2. We are back with the NBA. Obviously, every single night of the NBA season, all season long, we are going to be covering every last game. And tonight we had 7 games. I'm going to talk about them somewhat quickly. I got to get going on some thumbnails for tomorrow's videos. Then I'm probably just going to chill. I've been thinking about playing Fortnite on the Twitch for a while. The Kid Leroy event's coming out Friday, so I might just play that and stream it. We gotta listen to new music as well this week, so I can't wait for Yachty's album. I'm really excited for that. So let's get into the games. We're gonna start off the agenda with the Celtics and Heat game. Another disappointing loss. Chat has disconnected. Okay, chat disconnected here and there, but you guys can come back and watch the VODs if it's too glitchy. My tongue, by the way, is blue. I don't know if that's going to be a distraction, but it's blue because I ate a blue slushie from Sonic. So, yeah, Bam Adebayo has 30 points. The Heat rally past the Celtics. They win by 3. Bam Adebayo isn't going to hear his name when the NBA announces the All-Star Game starters Thursday night. I mean, I'm pretty sure he knows that by now, and he's using his kind of motivation to just go on a tear. This is a good Heat team. I'm not too, compared to the Magic, I'm not too upset that we lost this game, given that we don't have Jaylen Brown, Al Horford, Marcus Smart, all sorts of missing pieces. But, man, we really should have won this game still. I mean, 17 turnovers, that is, Bam Adebayo, huge dunks this game. They were wearing their old jerseys. I need to get, a Tyler Hero of that jersey. Those jerseys are sick. Yeah, the comeback win for the Heat. He played really well. Bam Adebayo was a really big deal tonight. Time Lord had a tough dunk. I mean, he's so damn athletic. Yeah, and Bam Adebayo not just playing offense, he played defense. Derek White was passing the ball around pretty well. But looking at the Celtics, 31 points, 14 rebounds for Jason Tatum. He did his job. I mean, 40% three-point shooting, 50% from the field. Some good splits there. 23 points for Derek White. I mean, Derek White played pretty solid, but I mean, guys off the bench like Blake Griffin and Sam Hauser, I just want to see a little bit more out of them. They need to play Blake Griffin more. With all the injuries, I'm not really understanding what's going through Missoula's head to play Blake Griffin for 4 minutes, where all he did was get an assist and foul, and he took him out. I don't get it. It's really weird that they decided not to play him that much. But, I mean, looking at the Heat, 30 points, 15 rebounds for Bam Adebayo. And off the bench, shout out to Highsmith. He's been a guy that's been emerging for a while, and he's pretty solid. I mean, Highsmith, 15 points, 10 rebounds. Didn't miss a single 3 all night. So let's move on to the Bulls and Pacers, because, man, oh, man, what a comeback for the Indiana Pacers. Miles Turner and Benedict Mathurin spurred this Pacers rally to beat the Bulls by 6. Another disappointing loss for the Bulls. Benedict Mathurin looked at the Indiana Pacers' 21-point first-half deficit and saw an opportunity to really make a difference on this team, which he has been all year. Obviously, neither of these teams are good, really, but yeah, their team's trying to make a comeback into the season. That's what I would say. Very clutch shots late in the game for Mathurin. He played great. He was getting some tough ones to fall. So was DeMar DeRozan. Aaron Nesmith playing some great at the rim defense for the Pacers. Buddy Hield passing the ball around pretty well. 33 points for DeMar DeRozan. He shot 67% overall. 20 points for Vucevic. Didn't miss a single 3. But, it's just guys like Patrick Williams, Ayo Dosunmu, Andre Drummond, Alex Caruso. It's just guys like that. And, I mean, yeah, their offense was just so stagnant for a decent amount of that second half. Man, there was no way they were going to win that game. So, looking at the Pacers, 26 points for Miles Turner, 20 points, 10 assists for T.J. McConnell. Didn't miss a single 3. Man, T.J. McConnell, ever since the injury of Tyrese Halliburton, he has been a very underrated player in the league. He has played some great games so far. But 26 off the bench for Benedict Mathurin. Love to see that. Let's move on to Cavs and Knicks. A close one here. Kind of a controversial ending. I feel like maybe that should have been a foul for Donovan Mitchell. But, yeah, Julius Randle has 36 and 8 threes as the Knicks stop Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs. They win by 2. Donovan Mitchell kept coming at the New York Knicks, and they kept blocking his path, He tried everything he could against them, and they put a stop to him pretty well. They handled it very well. Very good defense this game. The Knicks had a very good defensive game here. Donovan Mitchell was smacking some threes. Isaac Okoro was getting some tough ones. Yeah, Julius Randle was just the rocket fuel for this win. Donovan Mitchell setting up his teammates, not just scoring, but setting up teammates with some good passing. But looking here at the Cavs, 24 points, 12 rebounds for Jared Allen, 22 points for Darius Garland, 33% three-point shooting, 24 points for Donovan Mitchell. There are a lot of guys that could have stepped up. Whether it was Isaac Okoro, Kevin Love, Dean Wade, Lamar Stevens, Cedi Osman, Ricky Rubio, Karis LeVert, the list goes on and on. If any of those select guys would have decided to have a solid game, the Cavs would have won this one. But, yeah, I don't know. Checking out the Knicks, though, 36 points and 13 rebounds. Fantastic game here for Julius Randle. He shot 67% from three. There were a decent amount of good three-point performances tonight, actually. So, yeah, Nuggets-Pelicans, low-scoring game. Nikola Jokic returns with a triple-double. The Nuggets beat the Pelicans by 8 points. Nikola Jokic said he could still feel a slight difference between the injured and left hamstring that sidelined him for 2 games and his healthy one when he returned to Denver's lineup. But he was able to overcome all the injuries, come back, win a basketball game, and yeah, everyone's happy. Another triple-double for him this season. Dyson Daniels, prayers up for him. He got injured in the middle of the game. A young guy coming out of the G League. Never wish that on anyone. CJ McCollum was hitting some shots. Trey Murphy was hitting from three-point range. But, it's just Jokic. He is fantastic. 25 points, 10 assists, 11 rebounds, 50% from three-point. Guys, he put up 25 points and 10 assists. He contributed to at least 45 of the 99 points for. He possibly contributed to half of the Nuggets' points. That is an impressive stat line. Obviously it happens a decent amount in the NBA, but man, that's impressive. 25 points as well for Jamal Murray. They had their scorers. They had some guys that could really put up numbers for them this game. So, looking at the Pelicans, 20 points for CJ McCollum. That's really about it. Not great performances from guys like Jackson Hayes, who is getting some of his first starter minutes of the season. Jackson Hayes, Garrett Temple, Devontae Graham, Dyson Daniels went out with an injury. That didn't help anything. He's actually a really solid bench piece for them. So, moving along here to the Wizards and Mavericks game. Pretty good game here, honestly. Probably the best game of the night. Kyle Kuzma free throw lifts the Wizards over the Mavs. They won by 1 despite Luka Doncic's 41. They were able to overcome that, so that's great for them. Kyle Kuzma, great scoring. He made one of 2 free throws to break a tie with 4.2 seconds remaining. And yeah. Clutch steal for DeLon Wright as well to prevail late in the game. Big shots for Luka Doncic, scoring all sorts of defense. Spencer Dinwiddie getting through defense, getting tough shots to fall. And Luka, he is so acrobatic, and he has that sneaky athleticism that you'll never expect out of him. He was just hitting tough shots all game. So shout out to Luka. Obviously they lost the game, but I wouldn't be too heartbroken if I was him. They're in a pretty good spot, I think, for what they have. Looking at the Wizards, 30 points for Kyle Kuzma. This is their first game without Rui, so that's interesting. 22 points for Bradley Beal. Didn't miss a single 3. This is the first pretty good Bradley Beal performance since the injury. But 15 points and 10 rebounds off the bench for Denny Avdia. I got to appreciate his effort in this one. 60% from the field. Moving over to the Mavs, they had some good guys. 22 points for Powell. For Dwight Powell off of 67% shooting. You don't get that from him often. 20 points for Spencer Dinwiddie. Luka came out and put up 41 points. But it's just, guys like Tim Hardaway. Tim Hardaway played terrible. Guys like Tim Hardaway and Reggie Bullock off the bench just not playing the best basketball for this team. It just all kind of boils down to that. They're not a perfect team. And when they play a team that has a pretty good performance, it's hard for them to get victories like that. Hornets and Suns. Wow. Okay. Suns have had quite the season turnaround. Obviously, they're playing a bottom 5 team in the NBA possibly, but this is a good turnaround for them. I got to give them credit. Suns win their 4th straight. They roll past the Hornets. They won by 31 points. This was not even a contest. Cam Johnson didn't need much time on the floor to do some damage. He had some very efficient minutes in this one. Man, Ish Wainwright getting more and more aggressive, getting to the rim, throwing it down. That's the stuff they want to see, when they have big injuries and stuff. So JT Thor hit some tough shots. Mason Plumlee, very impressive. Nice offense for the Hornets. Mikal Bridges, not Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges used to play for the Hornets. Mikal Bridges, tough shot. Mason Plumlee, yeah. Mason Plumlee has actually been playing really good this season, so I mean, if he keeps playing consistently like this and it actually goes unnoticed, he might be a most improved candidate. But Hornets, not a great performance. I mean, 15 points, 10 rebounds for Jalen McDaniels. That's really it. I don't know. I don't even know. Kai Jones, JT Thor, Nick Richards, James Bouknight. I mean, you name it. Just guys like that. They don't have a super strong lineup, so I don't really know what else to say. 24 points for Cam Johnson, 14 points, 11 assists for Chris Paul. He shot 67% overall. The point guard is back, and he is ready to win some games for once because he has watched this team struggle and struggle and struggle. So, yeah. Moving on to the Clippers and Lakers. Very disappointing, given this is the LA rivalry, and it didn't amount to much. It was kind of sucked, but hey, we have LeBron James scoring 46 points with the 9 threes, but the Clippers beat the Lakers. How do you lose a game having your best three-point shooting night of your career, great scoring, and, man, I mean, they let the Clippers hit 19 three-pointers, and they were comfortable. LeBron put up 46 points. I can't stress this enough. LeBron is putting up 46 points, and you're telling me the Clippers are comfortably winning this game by 18? Man, it just rubs me the wrong way seeing a guy as good as LeBron. Like, obviously, I'm not a huge LeBron fan, but Jesus, like, it's disturbing almost. Like, you don't want to see him, any good player, go through shit like that. He made history, though. It was a big night for him. Kawhi Leonard was dunking, and Steve Ballmer was loving it. LeBron hustled for a loose ball. I think he ran into D-Wade into the crowd. 40-point mark versus all NBA teams. He's the only player to ever do that. He completed the gauntlet. He was throwing down some dunks late in the game, muscling through, getting tough ones to fall. It's LeBron James. I mean, we're not surprised. He is a fantastic basketball player, but you're going against 2 stars. 2 stars against 1. 25 points for Kawhi, 27 for Paul George. He shot 33% from 3, 55% overall. And you get a good performance out of Norman Powell off the bench, which he'll give you those every once in a while. I mean, 22 points, 80% three-point shooting, 67% from the field. Man, LeBron needs some help, man. 46 points and you're losing. I don't know why Pat Bev's a starter. Blow this damn franchise up. Get guys like Damian Jones, Scottie Pippen Jr. He's a young guy. They'll give him time, but get guys like that out of here and trade for like a viable option. It doesn't have to be a star player. Like, LeBron should know that not all the time will a star player work by now. He should know this, but that's really all I have to say. Man, I really don't feel like making thumbnails right now, but I guess we're going to go for it. So, have a good rest of your guys' night. Jesus TV, be back.